The following contest is a semi-final match in the United World Championship Tournament. Introducing first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 206 pounds, Shawn Daivari.
Last week, ladies and gentlemen, I stood right here before you and told you I'm not sure that Shawn Daivari has what it takes to hang in the wrestling business anymore. But after I pinned Rocky Romero, and after I advanced one block further in this tournament to crown a new world champion, I started remembering exactly who the hell Shawn Daivari is. And for the past 7 days, I seem to be training a little bit harder in the gym. I seem to be moving a little bit quicker in the ring, and I seem to be walking around town with my head held a little bit higher. And I'm starting to remember what it feels like to be a champion. So tonight, Mike Bennett, you know I think the world of you as a talent. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, you're just another pro wrestler standing in my way of remembering exactly who Shawn Daivari is. Shawn Daivari, champion.
All those championship instincts coming back.
Yeah, you can absolutely, what he said last week and this week, a massive difference in his mentality. He's ready. He's not questioning himself if he's a champion anymore. He's ready to win that title.
Well, one heck of a way to build confidence, taking on and taking out Rocky Romero from New Japan Pro Wrestling last week in the quarterfinals.
Incredible victory by Shawn Daivari, and yeah, you just see an entirely different guy now here. You take it all the way.
And introducing his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 206 pounds, Mike Bennett.
Bennett taking a good look at the title there, and let's hear more from Bennett.
You know, it's moments like this that I'm often reminded of my favorite musical, Hamilton, where he says, I am not throwing away my shot. And that's exactly how I feel right now. I am not throwing away this opportunity. And as I look across that ring at Shawn Daivari, I'm also reminded of 2020, meaning anything can happen, because like 3 weeks ago, Shawn, you weren't even in this tournament. So you take my desire, my motivation, and my passion, and you take the fact that it's 2020 and anything can happen. Shawn, I am not throwing away my shot.
Passion personified by both Daivari and Bennett with a trick. Oh, the spear! Right at the opening bell! That's part one, guys. That's part one. He loves that as the setup.
Yeah, could hit him with a
see him
pile
holding his AC joint. He might have hurt himself with that spear just now.
It's not going to matter if he hits the Hail Mary, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. But you're right, the shoulder gave out.
Yeah, he must have landed weird on that when he hit the spear. I don't know if he has like an AC separation, maybe a trap tear. It's hard to tell. He's injured though.
That is some serious hard luck for Mike Bennett. Could have punched his ticket to the finals right there, but
Well, yeah, but Daivari is punished as well from that spear. You can see he has not gotten back to his feet since rolling back out, holding his abdominal region. I mean, he ate the full brunt of that spear, and now they're on the outside. Anything goes for 10 seconds, especially with a shot to get to the finals, so expect that sense of urgency. Into the post goes Daivari, or rather Bennett. My gosh.
But smart move by Daivari to send Bennett into the post. I think he realized just what injury that Bennett has sustained there. Again, tough break if Bennett is not able to continue, but Daivari has sustained some damage to that midsection from that spear.
And Blake, that post didn't do the shoulder of Bennett any favors.
Absolutely not. Daivari mentioned last week that he had a bad elbow, a bad shoulder, and a bad this and that, and he probably realizes how effective it is to attack these weak links. He saw the shoulders hurt, and he went for it. He said he wants to be champion, and he is fighting like he's going to take home that belt.
And I got to think that maybe Daivari, you know, with a little less mileage on him, big shots. And, you know, some of the great stars of this great sport will tell you, as we mentioned last time out, Daivari, notoriously a heavy hitter. You know when you're in there with Daivari.
Yeah, you know when you're in there, and you know that you've been in there with him for a long time afterward. I'm sure Rocky Romero is still feeling, but what a launching post by Mike Bennett, sending him sternum first right there into the turnbuckle went Daivari.
Whole lot of velocity and momentum behind that. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Daivari hit hard and heavy, crumbles to the canvas. Bennett still clutching that shoulder region, perhaps the trapezius.
It's worth noting, though, Daivari's been clutching his gut. He was hit by a huge spear walking in and then just got thrown into the turnbuckle. He looks like he's having some damage with his core. Like, it's seriously being attacked.
And I think both wearing the scars of battle from the first round, the quarterfinals in as well. I mean, Bennett found himself in a hellacious battle with Kevin Martinson of the United Wrestling Network. Nice swinging neck breaker there by Daivari, and you can see the pain. You can see the pain, the body language on Bennett. You know that he is hurt.
Yeah, the way he's moving and grasping his neck, he might even have some type of bulging disc or something, which would be even worse than a separated AC joint. You see the way he opened that neck up there and attacked that too? I think he might be thinking the same thing.
You never want to see anybody get injured, but certainly not when we are working toward crowning the first ever United World Champion here at the United Wrestling Network. And just somebody that has worked so hard like Mike Bennett to get back on track, and he is on this quest, this redemption tour as he calls it, and this could be a major, major setback.
Well, we saw, the impact that injuries can play in this tournament. Rosser came in with that elbow injury earlier in the night, came up just short against the Dirty Daddy, who advanced to the finals. Both these guys had tough quarter-final matches. There's that neck breaker that Daivari was looking for. More pain and pressure on the shoulder. But we have seen from Bennett, we saw it against Nick Aldis, the national treasure. We saw it in an out-and-out war with a physical beast, JR Kratos, who is one half of the tag team champions now out of nowhere. Bennett's got that never say die attitude.
Yeah, and no one has, what a shot. Bennett is just laid bare there. Daivari is going to open him up. Wow.
Those are some big shots by Daivari. And because Bennett's arms are tied up, he was completely unable to protect himself.
Right now, he is out right now as Bennett, seemingly, but we've said that time and time before, and the resiliency as of late, the will to win, the will to fight on, legendary by Mike Bennett. But man, look at this, all tied up, and that vice on the neck, gonna put all kinds of pressure, and the arm is isolated, separating that shoulder
Exactly.
area.
The way he has the arm isolated as well is gonna put a tremendous extra amount of torque on the neck if that arm was not behind the shoulder.
Welcome to Fight in 60. I'm Josh Chernoff. Let's take a quick look at everything Fight has to offer this week in the world of combat sports. Friday, January 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern, Warriors Boxing and Promotions presents Gran Noche de Boxeo Cubano. Then at 9, it's AKA 19, featuring the first title defense for AKA featherweight champion David Bosnick against the undefeated Dakota Hope. On January 29th, Don King presents Return to Greatness, Homecoming at Last. Also Saturday at 6, it's Men of War 12. At 8, it's Delta Fighting Championship 2. Then at 9, it's BKFC Fight Night Jackson, Elvin Leon Brito versus Caleb Harris 2. Finally, at 9, it's Pillow Fight Championship Pound Down. As always, check Fight.tv for availability and time in your market, as well as our wide array of free content each and every day. I'm Josh Chernoff, and this has been Fight in 60.
Tonight, Nature Boy Ric Flair and Car Shield team up against the expensive Car Repair Brothers for the championship belt.
Woo! Let me go on record and say Nature Boy and Car Shield will eliminate expensive car repairs when you're the greatest alive, the heavyweight champion, and if Car Shield is your partner, you can't lose. Woo! Expensive car repairs, Ric Flair and Car Shield are coming for you. Woo! Car Shield cars go farther.
Call 800-952-1286.
Ringside, more chaos spilling over.
That table's gotten some action tonight. The chaos that was the NWA World Tag Team title match earlier before the bell ever rang. And now Daivari sends Bennett hard and heavy into the timekeeper's table. And again, you expect the referee perhaps to allow some leniency because, we really need to have a winner here. We want to have a finals to determine the United Wrestling Network World Champion for the very first time.
Daivari was not about to let there be a double count on a veteran move him. He slid in to restart the count, slid back out, and then brought Bennett back to the ring.
Super kick. This is a battle, James, of two former X-Division champions. Both were greats in Impact Wrestling. Look out here, Death Valley Driver. Maybe sending a little message message to the Dirty Daddy.
Dickinson has put a lot of people down with that Death Valley driver. Can Bennett put down Daivari and punch his ticket to the finals?
Another thing about
cover
him using Dickinson's finish, if they do meet in the finals, I wonder how Dickinson's going to feel about that. I'd imagine he's not going to like it too much.
Daivari, though, is out, but he cannot capitalize. Bennett cannot capitalize because he has got lightning bolts of pain just striking through that shoulder. I mean, look at how long Daivari's been down, and
almost a double count.
And Bennett could do nothing about it. And Daivari goes right back to the striking. I mean, Daivari's got one speed. That's full speed ahead. But he's in reverse now because of the attack of Iron Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Daivari's been doing a very good job of attacking Bennett's arm early on in the match. I'd like to see him get back to that, maybe even using a submission hold. We got Mike Bennett coming back, throwing some hands. Got Daivari flat on his back there for a second with that right hand.
Bennett now trying to keep the pedal to the metal. Variation of the brain buster there, drives him down. That's out of the playbook of Kevin Martinson, who he faced in the quarterfinals. Center of the ring, deep hook the leg. Going to the finals, no, only a count of 2.
Boy, you talk about, Daivari showed that roadmap of pain, and, Mike Bennett has certainly put a lot of mileage on him. I like to compare him to Jim Braddock, the Cinderella Man, just in terms of everything that he has gone through in his career. Could be setting Daivari up, though, for another spear. Can he hit it? No, Daivari had it scouted this time.
Well, he wants to move to the finals so he can fight for titles and turtles. But he doesn't have the opportunity right now because Daivari looking for another neck breaker. Shrugged off. Now it's Daivari paying the price. Exploder suplex, stacking him up is Bennett.
Mercy. Get the cover. That could be all.
Close call, man. What an impressive throw there by Bennett.
Impressive throw and then a great cover. You saw him catch the leg and sit his hip through. He really had Daivari's shoulders down. Daivari had to really dig deep to kick out.
This goes to show you how much the opportunity to become the first ever United Wrestling Network world champion means to these two. And he's got him in position, maybe spear again. No wise to it. Oh my goodness, to the post.
See, Bennett used that spear early on. And Daivari didn't see it coming, but now he's been waiting for it. And that's twice in a row we've seen him counter that spear.
He was looking for that hammerlock lariat, shades of his brother Aria Daivari. This is how he beat Romero. This is how he beat Romero with fundamentals. Almost pulls it off again.
God, almost pulled the rabbit out of his hat twice and was headed to the finals. Daivari in disbelief. But going back to that spear by Mike Bennett, that was the worst possible outcome as Daivari was able to get out of the way and send him post first into that injured shoulder.
What a battle, what a war. These guys have fought everywhere, every major promotion now right here in the epicenter of professional wrestling, Thunder Studios. And Iron Mike living up to that moniker saying, bring it. What do you got?
Bring the thunder.
What more do you have? Super kick again. This time it floors Daivari. This is turning into a fireworks show.
Yeah, Bennett has been unleashing a barrage of different attacks on Daivari. He's definitely making a huge comeback here. If he can keep this momentum up, there's the spear again.
Closing the gap in a hurry. 0 to painful in 1.5 seconds. But can he get him down for the 3 count? No, because the veteran wares of Daivari to escape and buy some time on the outside. What a war so far.
Bennett got all of that spear again on Daivari, and he looks about as fired up as we have seen of Mike Bennett in full control. Now back to that table.
Back to that timekeeper's table, and now, oh my God.
Oh God.
No.
Come on, guys.
Oh, no. Bennett's got him hooked. Bennett's got him hooked. Oh! Hail Mary!
Mercy!
And there's nobody full of grace straight through the table to the concrete. We can only hope these two are okay here, guys.
Daivari looks limp. You just see the way his arm dropped?
I mean,
Pile driver straight through that timekeeper's table. We'll take a look at the replay.
Yeah, let's take a look. Take us through it, guys. Spiked him. Unbelievable. And now the gut wrench just trying. There's pieces everywhere. Adnan Qureshi's brought the bell over here because we're going to need it eventually. Maybe not. This war may never end. And
Bennett's only got one arm. He's struggling to try and get Daivari in there. Had he been able to land that inside the ring, he might have already gotten the 3 count and been going on to the finals.
Daivari's feet are under the ropes right now, so Bennett is going to have to drag him out. But Daivari really has not moved other than stirring a little bit and crawling towards the ring. If he can maybe pull him back, Bennett might still get the job done here. Damage is done. And he pointed to the title, guys. Will he move on to the finals and have a shot at it? Hail Mary yet again, throwing the long bomb all the way to the end zone and the finals and wins!
Here is your winner, advancing to the finals of the United World Championship Tournament, Mike
Sometimes it comes down to who wants it more, and who wants a world title more than this guy? The answer really is nobody. He took that extra step. Pile driver through the table, rolls him in, doubles up, and gets the win.
Now we got our two finalists, Mike Bennett, the veteran, against Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson, the young lion.
Wow. And here it is, James. Let's take a look at the brackets.
I mean, but both guys had no easy road to get to the finals. The Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson will face off with Mike Bennett, the Miracle Man. Both, Dickinson wanted competition. Mike Bennett wants redemption. One of them will get their way in the finals.
Absolutely. The absolute animalistic dominance of Dickinson thus far. The Cinderella story, as you said, of Mike Bennett trying to restore order and glory to his name. What an incredible war this was in the finals of the tournament as we relive some of the action, including just that death-defying pile driver through the table. One more for good measure. And what a warrior Daivari was as well. Does he still have it? Indeed he does. But what he does not have is what this man has, and that's a shot at that. The United Wrestling Network World Champion.